Hello all. Alright, well there's still a lot of news about the oil around the world, what's going on. Let's go over the board and I'll show you what's happening here in California in the US. So back in October, we reported about 3 billion gallons of fracking wastewater had been dumped down illegal wastewater wells here in California. Mostly Kern County and Southern California and off the coast. Well, now it turns out that they have continued to dump illegal fracking water in more than 170 disposal wells throughout California. All of these 170 wells were pumped directly into the aquifers, dumping huge quantities of brine water and hydrocarbons, trace chemicals and acids down into the aquifers of California. Now, a lot of people believe in fracking. Anything goes. In fact, back when Bush and Cheney were in the presidency here in the US, they actually got together with the major oil companies and came out with all these exemptions to the laws, such as where you dump, how much air pollution you put out, whether you pollute the groundwater or not. You're all exempt from any regulations as far as the environment goes. And believe me, they've been taking advantage of it. They've been polluting aquifers all over the US severely. Some people can turn on their tap water and light it on fire. It's so polluted. Well, for the people that are for fracking and for all this new exploration and heavy oil, as they call it, you get what you pay for. So many analysts are trying to find out, why are the oil prices going back up? This is what their thinking is. So on Friday the 30th of January 2015, oil prices jumped up more than 8% as the US rig count went down by 7%, or they lost about 47 rigs. The cause of all this, they're saying, is because of, now they're not calling it ISIS or anything else, they're just calling them militants, were striking against the Kurdish forces in Iraq and causing a global slowdown in oil recovery. There's a lot of manipulation going on. Both Egypt and a few other Middle Eastern countries are now taking these large oil barges and filling them up with oil and just parking them off the coast somewhere, keeping the oil off the market. This is going on here in the US as well. They're just starting it. So apparently what a lot of experts are saying is the glut of oil is now coming to an end, and they're going to try and get the prices back up to at least $115 a barrel. So what's kind of interesting also is that here in the US, many oil refinery and processing and pumping union workers are now on strike because they don't want their wages going down any further. This is very interesting. That also could push the price of oil back up. Many CEOs in these companies, these big oil companies, are saying that the price fall is now over and that the prices will go back up from here on out. I have been hearing so many predictions of oil prices going up and oil prices going down. Who knows what's coming next? But I'll keep you informed. So let's go over and see what oil prices are doing right now. So far today, the Brent crude prices have been sort of up and down. Let's take a look. Started out at 52.5, a little bit above. Came on down again. Dribbled a little bit, came back. Whoops, that's not right. Yeah. After that, it went straight up to 55, went over a little bit, came back down to 53.5, came back up a little, back down to about a little bit lower than 53, and at present it's sort of around 54.5, somewhere in that area. So the last couple days here in California, it's been very warm, 70s, low 80s. Today we're beginning to see some clouds coming in. February is our second rainiest month of the year here in California, the land of the drought. It looks like we're going to have overcast most of the day, but it's really holding in the air pollution, so I'm not sure whether we'll be able to see the barges in San Francisco Bay or not. but we'll go up and give it a try. Because of the extreme smog and heat, I can't really tell if you guys are seeing what we're seeing in the bay. So it actually looks like there's about 3 barges in San Francisco Bay. Talking about oil barges. So for the last 2 videos I've tried to have a maple gas report, and I've been completely unsuccessful, even though I've recorded both of them. When I went to go do the video editing, that part of the video was gone in both cases. So I guess the maple gas report is a little stronger than I thought. Let's go over and try and get another maple gas report. So according to the maple gas, Obama is proposing new drilling off the coast of the Atlantic here in the US. Basically from New York all the way down to Florida. This will all become all kinds of drilling rigs off the coast. Also here on the west coast of the US, more in the southwest along the coastline. So I wanted to ask the maple gas how much more time we have before we pollute ourselves to death with this fossil fuel industry. Are we near or far? Are we getting close to the end, or are we far away from catastrophic pollution from fossil fuels? So the way we'll do it is this. So we'll take the container, we'll open it up, and we'll put the red dye inside. We make sure that the node is lined up with the arrow. Then we go ahead and we infuse it with the maple gas, touching one node to another over here on the Tower of Truth. Alright, so that's been done. So now we just give it a quick shake, and this is the way it's going to work. This is the Tower of Truth. This is the starting position. We have 6 up platforms and we have 6 down platforms. Okay, this being the last platform down here. So there are 2 rolls of the dice. One goes up, which is the yes position, and the other one goes down, which is the no position. Depending on how close it is to the starting position tells you how no it is or how yes it is. If you end up on just one above, that's a yes but a very weak one. And same with down below. If you go down one, it's a very weak one. Whereas it goes all the way down to 5, which is next to the lowest, that's as far down as you can get. That would be a definite no. And same with up. If you were to go clear up here, that would be a definite yes. So let's find out what the answer is. Okay, so that's an up 6. So that goes all the way to the top. Now we have a down roll, which is the no side. Let's give a roll and see where that goes. So 1, 2, 3. So it's a yes answer, 3 from the top. So that concludes the maple gas report and dice roll. So number 3 is pretty high on the yes part, or on the near part. It's near to the end, but it's still 3 layers away. So maybe we do have a little bit more time to fix things up. The first thing I could think of is not voting in these corporate. If there's a corporate candidate out there, ignore it. So while most people are having to shovel snow and all this, here in California we're dealing with excessive wildflowers and summer heat. I mean winter heat. So I appreciate all the ups and the downs and the comments on my videos. And until next time.